Fan control
Hold
goes
on.
to Google.
I have the greatest clap. I have the greatest clap for him. Hold on.
Oh no. I have no idea what the fuck he posted, but I hope it hurts him. Oh, you fuck, that's great.
Oof. Goddamn.
Oh god.
Oh, that's a clever that is a witty response.
My work's done here, boys.
Well, good night.
Night, Gray.
Good night, Gray.
Another day, another orphan slaughtered. Alright, gentlemen, are you ready for another round of Fanfiction Contempt Theater?
My vodka is ready.
Unfortunately.
I have not purchased alcohol in a while.
Same.
Not because I want to stop drinking, but because that would require me to leave my house.
Same.
And there is nothing more important to me than not leaving my house. Besides my house being on fire. That does take priority.
True.
Anyway. What do you want to do tonight, gentlemen? What do you want to do tonight? What are you feeling? How are you feeling? Feeling spunky?
I'm feeling the impending liver damage.
Interesting.
Whatever will inflict the most sand damage.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Tanya it is.
Oh no.
Listen,
Shouldn't have said anything, sign.
as my
Shouldn't have
birthday
said
request, I request that Stanish be made to suffer and that Nose be made to suffer.
Well, neither of those people are here, so I cannot fulfill this request.
You
Unfortunate.
call them in.
Yeah, you can call them in, and I'll happily torture them, but neither of them are here.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where is he?
So anyway, Yoko Senji. Yokuyo Senji.
Yojo Senki.
Yokuyo Senji.
What is the first one? Oh no.
Ratings all language English.
That reminds me, I haven't updated on FFN in a while.
Sage of an Adjundant. Story idea using idea suggested by reader on AO3.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No words cursed by the devil.
Saga of Adjunct. While Shugel was known talented but eccentric genius, for some reason these words are fucking capitalized. Who knows? His latest inventio was and did bring trouble. Zetor and rest local general staff sole respite?
Ah, English second language. Gotcha.
Now
Okay,
enemy
nice.
of empire would keep lot of nightmare.
I don't think this guy is ESL. I think he is
I think
ENL.
I think
English,
that
not a language.
I think this person is unfortunately a product of the Zoomer American school system.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
no,
Could be
also-
using AI.
Follow records of the no,
No.
AI would type way better than this.
Yeah,
Follow the
no.
records of the lone, loyal, and smitten adjunct that was tasked with keeping resulting
no.
problems under check. Chapter text.
Nikki, he has
I'll
a
be honest,
fucking
for a second I thought you were
Tanya
about to say the
Eminence
record of the
Shadow
Lodos
crossover.
War, and I thought I was about to get a lot more interesting as far as crossovers go.
Yeah, what the fuck is it? Oh, gee. Oh, no. No.
Yep.
No.
What?
Why?
Even his fucking name is misspelled. I just noticed.
Why?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Why? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Fuck everyone, I guess.
Yeah, apparently, because this guy. Oh no, it's the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh.
I think this guy is like half of the Tanya section and half of the Tanya crossover section.
I mean, he's not half because he only has 26 stories in total.
Oh yeah, way too much of it.
Yeah.
A substantial part, like what, a tenth of the.
Oh, I left this guy's review. I left this guy a review before. Yes. What happened to chapters 1, 2, and 3? And he goes, oh, well, I cross-posted from my massive scrap post, and they were chapters 4, 5, and 6 in my scrap post, so I didn't change that when I posted it as its individual story on this website.
Bruh.
Yes.
Oh, so author is retarded.
Yes.
I'm gonna be
Author is retarded. I love how multiple people said, why is the start of the story chapter 4? And he's now shouting at reviewers in the review section.
Oh, it's always great when the author gets to that point.
It's great because he's a fucking retard. You know what's even easier than shouting at reviewers to stop pointing out that he started at chapter 4?
Renaming it to chapter 1.
Yeah!
Or
Wow,
just
what a
listing the
thought.
Chapters.
Hell, just invent 3 chapters at the start.
Well, no, that's the thing, though, is there isn't 3 chapters before this.
No, I'm saying invent 3 chapters. Like, just surely you could come up with, like, if you're like, no, I want the
No.
story to start right here.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Chapters 4, 5, and 6 Atin were the start of the idea itself. There's nothing
Yeah.
he can put in front of that.
Chapters 4, 5, and 6 are because they were chapters 4, 5, and 6 in his scrap heap story. A scrap heap story is a story that authors use normally on forums like Space Battles and Sufficient Velocity, where there's no real unified way of, posting, and they post all of these chapters into one thread because they have no plans of making them their own separate story, but they still want people to collectively view their updates, so they make them all one giant heap of a scrap.
Yes, but when I do a snippets thread, I at least, write the fucking chapter from write the story from chapter 1 out.
What do you mean, Sai? You mean you don't count up naturally from an arbitrary point in time? What?
That's right.
What?
You know what? I bet this author is the kind of savage who counts his wounds up in 40k.
Probably. I bet this sort of person is the kind of savage that can't count.
Very likely.
No, see, people who count up are worse than people who can't count, because people who count up are like, it's easier to remember this way. I count up until it has the maximum number of wounds. You fucking what?
No, see, that's just counting wrong.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Being like a
people who
retard.
can't count are less annoying. Because at least they're just like, I don't know how to count. Alright, fine, you're uneducated, but you're not blatantly wrong. In
I
defiance
suppose
of all
that's
Yeah,
fair.
you're pretty fucking retarded
Maliciously
if you can't
ignorant. That's fair, yeah.
We call that stupidity.
A key
No, to be fair, there are
event-
some people who do it to try to confuse the shit out of opponents.
Yeah, I know some people that do that kind of shit. Anyway, Divergence! We're not gonna read that M4 typewriter story, it's just fucking hot garbage of illegible mess. We've already covered the asshole before, and he's just a retard. Divergence! A key event early on in the story has changed, and now Mary Sue is her ally.
Ah. And
Author.
how are you swinging that, author?
Actually, it's pretty easy. Because the reason why Mary Sue hates Tanya is because she believes that Tanya hunted down her father and killed her.
Well, she did kill
Half
her dad.
right. She didn't hunt her down. No, they engaged in
No, but
combat.
she absolutely killed her dad. So she's completely correct
absolutely.
about that.
Right. But
And
this
took
is
his gun.
Yeah, and took his gun. Now, the way you could spin that is by blaming the government and being like, well, if the government wasn't so incompetent in declaring war on us, I wouldn't have had to shoot him when he attacked us.
You think an emotionally damaged little girl is gonna listen to that bullshit when she's got the killer, her father's killer, right there in front of her, holding the gun that she gave her daddy? No, hell no.
I got to agree with him
Wasn't
on that
being
one.
X also kind of like manipulating her or something?
Yes,
I can't
well,
remember.
only in certain canons.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not what I was saying. I never said at any point Tanya would be the one to convince her of this.
Okay.
The news would. If the news runs a story about how incompetent Norway was by declaring war on Germany and getting a bunch of soldiers killed.
What the hell, bro?
They wouldn't, though, because that would fall under propaganda laws at the time, which said you can't do that shit because we all have to present on the United Front.
Right, because people totally obeyed those laws.
When the military comes in and shuts down your broadcast because you're not obeying the propaganda laws, yeah.
Sure, but she only has to hear it once.
In fact, it getting censored at that point would make her more likely to believe it.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, maybe.
So, my point about this whole thing isn't that it's impossible. It's that it's possible.
Improbable, not impossible.
Exactly. I still think it's going to be a dog shit story anyway. Let's see. 1. Disclaimer. I want everyone to be aware that this is a fan fiction.
Ain't no way.
As such, it will not be a canon retelling of Tanya, the evil.
No way.
I know. Shocking to some here.
Yeah,
disturbing, possibly.
Yeah. Alright, do I take a straight shot of 60% sneaky?
Yes.
Excellent.
Do not expect characters to act as they do in canon. I am a Yuri author, so I will be making sure lots of that occur.
Okay.
Bruh.
Sure.
At least they're warning people on the tin.
Yes, but also at the same time, again, I kind of feel like it's really stupid to be like, guys, I'm writing a fan fiction. Yeah, that's no shit, Sherlock.
Wow.
By the way, because this is a fan fiction, anything could happen, which means none of the characters will be written correctly, and you can't blame me because this is a fan fiction. It's like, that's not how that works.
Nothing matters.
It is not. Oh, I hate those people.
Rachel Sue is worried. The war with the Empire wasn't going well. The Lagodonia and Tente alliance had unwisely attacked the Empire and had triggered a full-scale war.
Honestly, I gotta say, I think the thing that annoys me most in Tanya is that there's guys who are like, wow, this entire thing is leading us down the path to ruin. I'm going to continue following this despite knowing it's going to ruin my country and that we have no possible way to win.
Well, that was very, in line for multiple countries during both world wars.
Yeah,
I'm aware. I still hate it.
For dishonor. You know which one I choose.
The one with the most nuclear bombs at the end?
Yes.
God willing.
Indeed. A war which basically they were losing, even with many allies. Well, all those allies weren't actually fighting, so.
Yeah.
The news service were painting a falsely bright picture of the war, but she knew other military families and they knew the truth. Worse, her husband, Anson Sue, had been captured or was possibly dead. The military reports from Norden were unclear, but he had been at least defeated and taken by the enemy, along with the capture or destruction of his unit of mages. Mother, I am a child. I am sure things will be all right, her daughter told her warmly. Rachel...
Beep boop. I have activated the parental comfort routine. Beep boop.
Rachel looked at her daughter Mary and smiled weakly. Her child's faith was a comfort, though she wished she could believe so easily. Tap, tap, tap. Both women, okay, interesting. Women
what happened to one being a child?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she aged up instantly. She's gonna go fuck Tanya now.
I wish I could just dismiss that out of hand, but
you know how they get. To their shock, they saw a child floating out of their window mid-air. Yes, that is typically how people float, is they float in mid-air, as opposed to mid-water, or as opposed to mid-ground. People do typically float in the air. I'm glad you made sure to elaborate on that one, author. Even more insane than a child floating outside their window was the fact that she was German.
Gottverdammt.
Gottverdammt, Heinz.
How dare those Germans float in my airspace?
Gottverdammt, Hans, where is the Flammenwerfer?
Where did you put the child, Hans?
Where is the flying child? It's a magic flying child. We need her. To destroy the northern people and the British. But nine, put her in the building.
Hold on, I'm gonna go speak some Dutch real quick, guys. Dude, where'd Shield go?
The dudes need a pizza.
Fuck it.
I hate how Sneed is actually a word in Dutch. Fuck Dutch.
I hate the Dutch so much.
Actual clown language.
I've convinced my dad that Dutch is a clown language.
It is, honestly.
Nice.
Common language of the deranged.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, fucking swamp Germans. The Empire, the girl made frantic open the window gestures. Couldn't she just say open the window? What? Ellipses, comma. Rachel stated. We should let her in, Mary said intently.
Excuse you?
She had been praying for her father's safety, and it felt like it reached something. And now the mystery woman before her, Tanya, was glowing with an unearthly holy light. Rachel gave her daughter an odd look, but reluctantly opened the window. Maybe the girl brought news of Anson. Yes, it's your friendly German Air Force mail service here to bring you news from the front lines. You're losing. Sure.
Amazing.
Pardon the intrusion, the blonde-haired girl said. She reached into her uniform and brought out a letter. This is for you. I made a joke about being fucking mail service. God damn it. Rachel... I know, it's what I get. Rachel recognized her husband's handwriting and snatched it away. She read it swiftly, her hands shaking slightly. Who are you, miss? Mary asked, seemingly entranced by the strange visitor. The blonde girl looked at her oddly as she answered, Lieutenant Tanya Degachov, Imperial Mage Corps. Mary nodded thoughtfully. Tanya, I think we'll be great friends.
Yes, yes! A strange child working for the other country's military has showed up outside my window. Friend.
To be fair, Tanya has the accurate reaction to this statement. What? Finishing the letter, Rachel looked up at Mary, her eyes wide. Mary, she said, your father is alive and he wants us to join the Empire. And that's how
what?
Mary Sue, and that's how
I'm
Mary
sorry?
Sue became Tanya's fuck buddy.
Hang on. Ansem Sue, the man who was a huge nationalist for his country and knew they were in the wrong, but went ahead and did it anyway.
Yes.
He says you should join the Empire.
Yes.
No.
And then, also,
No.
by the way, Mary is now going to become Tanya's love slave. Because the
No.
author said they are a Yuri author, and they're going to write the characters to make sure Yuri happens.
You know, I would actually have more respect for the author if the author somehow had Tanya, like, sit down, talk to Anton, and be like, you know, we don't want to do this. How about you let your men surrender, and I don't have to kill them all?
Hey!
Oh, look, a
Holy
bad story.
shit! My idea got legs!
What?
You're welcome, Sign. Let's see, actually, let's organize this by favorites, actually. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, political record is, of course, at the top. Makes sense. The most hated fanfic on this list, followed by The Leader, second most hated fanfic on this list. Young Girl's Delinquency Record, third most hated fanfic on this list. Children's War Record. Okay, well, I've never heard of this one before, but
I think that means we need to go find out.
I think I'm gonna hate it. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm gonna hate it. A boy with ADHD has no place in war. I got some
The
news.
ability to hyper-focus could in fact be quite useful.
I got some news for you. But he was a pushover, a certain ambitious girl, drug around as she pleased. So anyway, this author, I had to correct his grammar because this author doesn't know how to do tensing. After getting dragged to the railway, another world with gun and magic, you'd think Alberich would wise up and stop Tanya from dragging him to the Imperial Army. What the fuck? After getting dragged to railway, another world with gun and magic. Wait, so this story is going on the premise that Tanya was a girl and they both died at the train and then they reincarnated together?
That's what it sounds like.
Semi-self-insert. Okay, so this is just creepy, stupid, and I fucking hate it. Why does it have 1,500 follows and favorites?
Why do you think?
I don't know. They don't have sex. They're children.
Rated M. And you don't know that, Sneaky.
I do know that because it's not marked as romance.
That means
That means
nothing.
shit.
It means everything to these people.
It's marked as drama, which could, in fact, mean they're boinking.
It's possible. It's possible. Devil on the Throne. A armistice has taken effect. The capital of the Republic has fallen, but after a diplomatic visit from the Commonwealth royal family, disaster. Oh, this one where Tanya magically ends up as the leader of the British.
This one is based on fucking Hoi 4 mod. No,
Yeah.
no, we don't need a Hoi 4 mod, a fucking Hoi 4 event chain.
Yeah, so
Oh,
really dumb, stupid shit. The Cold War, based on political record. Get the fuck out of here. I hate it. Extra history. Get the fuck out of here. I hate it. A retelling of another fanfic. Narrated by the people of Extra History YouTube channel. So the people who said the
No,
remind.
no, no,
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
fucking actually. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that. Holy fuck.
Like, here's the problem. The extra history people sometimes do really interesting stuff.
And sometimes they call black people orcs. Or
So
orcs
hang on,
black people.
it's a fanfic
Uh-huh.
of a fanfic in the
Uh-huh.
reacts format, right?
No,
Yes.
even better. It's a fanfic of a fanfic if it was done as a fanfic of another group.
Pipe
Oh, it's-
bombs all around.
Oh no. It's done as a script as well.
Oh, it's even better. It's
Well-
done as a script.
Well, it's a script, I say,
Amazing.
like a fucking video
You can
script.
record that.
Oh, well, it's not like play, but it's like a fucking YouTube script. I like legit want to fucking strangle whoever wrote
I'm
this.
gonna post this in shit, Rex, because this is amazing.
This offends me on a social level.
So yeah, unfortunately, with the Tanya section, like normally I can read a majority of like if I go to the top stories of like Harry Potter or like Naruto, I can still tolerate most of them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like all of them. Like some of them, like Cadmean Victory, that author needs to be fucking hung in the state square. But you know, I can tolerate a majority of them, you know. But with Tanya section, every single popular Tanya story, I fucking despise.
Yeah.
And
Was
it's like
delinquency record really bad?
delinquency record is based on political records, so I hate it because of that already.
Ah.
And it's not based on, it's inspired by, and it's a divergence fanfic of that fanfic, and it's like, what if Tanya went to go become a mafia member in America?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just go it like at the start it wasn't too bad, but then it just completely lost the plot where like her and Tanya, Victoria and Tanya are now like biker chicks traveling across the US trying to escape the long arm of the law. It's like, what the fuck? What's even happening anymore?
No.
What part of this is an interesting Tanya story? And I just don't like political record because of, it's like a fucking Fate's Gamble of the Tanya section.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I liked parts of the leader, but the dude, he got so much shit wrong on America's reaction that I
Yeah,
had to stop reading.
the leader was good for a long time, and then it was like around chapter 40-ish where the dude just fucking lost the plot, which also happens to coincide with him having Trump derangement syndrome and posting a multi-thousand word rant about how Trump voters are all evil and should be executed in the streets.
Yeah, I did notice some TDS vibes. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Jesse, we need God damn it. Anyway. Let's see, we got mutually assured destruction. Alright, starting off with a decent name. Lilia. God fucking damn it.
Who's
No.
Lilia, Sneaky?
It's an OC.
Lilia is an intern of Dr. Shugel. She finds herself fixated on the child before her. Thoughts of lust fill her head as she gazes upon her child flesh.
God damn it. I was going to say, Tanya is such an exception as a mage at this point, and the fact that she's doing the testing for the Type 95 could excuse this in an, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with this child kind of way, but no, the author went.
Or even in
Full
a,
retard.
the child is fascinating. Like,
That
Sneaky's
too.
looking up the
Scientifically.
wording here, but
How does a child do this?
How did a child do that? No,
How did that work?
unfortunately, the self-insert OC lusts after Tanya's child's flesh.
So she's female Loria.
I'm hoping they're a hag.
No, they're like 20-something.
Oh no, I meant a D&D hag.
Oh,
That would be excusable.
yes.
No.
Yes, it would.
No, I'm saying that's not the case though.
Oh,
unfortunately.
yes, no.
Yeah, because a D&D hag would be like, I lust for the child because I want to consume them,
Yes.
in the literal sense.
Oh boy, oh holy shit, this is a fucking gold mine. I am looking at the pedophilic author's
Oh no.
profile page.
Oof.
Time is an illusion and cringe culture is dead. COVID-19 has given me free time since college is more manageable online. And you know what that means? It's time for me to finish Mutually Assured Destruction.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole Corona Chan references, they really aged well.
Bring back Ebola-chan.
Please.
We got, okay, so
It's
from
memed into reality.
more from this author, we have a hostage. Lavertiberia arrives amidst the chaos to capture Tanya as his spoil of war.
No, Beria. Oh,
Yep,
no.
so Beria shows up
no.
and claims Tanya is a spoil of war.
Oh,
And
no.
this entire story is about
Ooh.
her being tortured by him sexually.
Author,
Well,
I hate to break
to be-
this to you,
to be fair,
but
highly in character for Beria. He did that in real life.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just saying it's
But,
extremely questionable to be writing about it.
Yeah.
well, here's the thing, it
Especially when
wouldn't
your
even
largest
happen.
story. Well, yes, obviously, no one at the end of the war would be like, yeah, this random Russian general who claims Tanya is a spoil of war, yeah, we're just gonna let him have her. This fucking...
No, I'm just saying. All right, Tanya being pretty much the most powerful mage in the world at this point, even if you took away her Type 95, she could still cast. She wouldn't stand for this. Somebody would get their head blown in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like one thing if you write about Beria. It's like, alright, fine. Okay, so Beria does Beria things to Tanya. I mean, it's a little bit weird. You're making the entire story about sexual torture, but okay. And then you come out with your new hit single, I Just Wanna Fuck Kids, and it's like, I don't think the Beria story was about Beria anymore.
Oh no. Well, remember who he's actually based on and the true stories of what happened with him and was it
I'm aware.
Stalin's niece?
I'm just pointing out. Yeah, Stalin's niece. Yeah, I'm just pointing out though
Yep.
that if you write a story about that, it's like that's one thing. But if then you release another story called "I Just Wanna Fuck Children," the first story gets put into question a little bit more.
Just a bit.
Leave of absence, revisiting the orphanage from her childhood, Tanya realizes that she has changed. Cross post from Tumblr, rated K+. Possibly his only non-pedophilic story here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tumblr. Doubt.
Yeah, so you know how I figured out this is a female author?
How?
Death Note.
Death Note, gay,
What's wrong with Death Note?
soul bond.
Ugh.
Ah, okay. I was about to
Well,
say,
what,
hang on a minute. What's wrong with
2015,
Death Note in
16?
and of itself?
Light Yagami times L bound together.
Nope.
Do I even need to talk about how problematic that is?
No, we don't need to talk about that at all. So we're just gonna keep moving on. Let's see. Sonic the Hedgehog, Guardian Angel, sequel to Be My Shadow, which you don't have to read first. I won't reference it at all. Now, after falling in love with Maria, but having to kill her himself, what the fuck? Shadow is broken and unhappy. This is a story about Maria's spirit guiding Shadow on his adventures.
Well, I mean, it's a Shadow the Hedgehog story, so automatically it's trash.
Well, yes, but I mean,
Of course.
he murdered a child that he fell in love with.
Based.
Yes.
And now she's a Bethesda compass marker.
So she's Air from Rubicon.
Yeah. Except you kill her before the story starts.
Sneaky, those are spoilers. Not everybody has played that far.
Fucking eat my ass!
I don't think anyone
You-
cares.
Yeah, no one cares. I'm actually trying to finish New Game Plus 3 today.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
my
working on it.
god! Supporting me. This is a remake of Be My Shadow.
Oh no.
Maria Robotnik, the daughter of Dr. Robotnik, falls in love with Shadow. When I made the joke about him killing a child and her turning into a Bethesda quest marker, I wasn't being serious, author.
Yeah, but Shadow the Hedgehog was. Shadow the Hedgehog's entire backstory is using dead children as quest markers.
Sneaky, you know you're the prophet of Apollo. You're gonna say something and it's gonna come
I
true.
know. Every single time I fucking open my mouth, the author's just like, that's a great idea. Let me retroactively make that real.
Maybe start using it to your advantage by speaking good ideas instead of bad.
No, the
No.
prophet of Apollo
No,
can't
no,
speak
I
good
literally
into the world.
cannot.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Can't do
Oh,
that.
Max is here. And Sneaky!
This-
Nose is
Sneaky.
here.
What did I do?
Just
Why do
in
you all
time
think
for the
I
child
apologize,
rape!
Max.
Oh my god. Sign,
Fuck
just
you.
so you're aware, Sneaky has predicted good ideas, and what occurs is the curse kicks in and the good idea becomes horribly written.
Yeah.
Oh, another finger on the monkey's paw curls.
Yeah, literally.
No, not a finger. The whole hand, sir.
Oh, hey, there we are! Right below that. Well, I mean, wow, we are on the front page sign.
Nice. It's number what, 9?
1, 2,
favorites?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We're in the top 10.
I'll take it.
How horrifying.
That's the story I'm paying Sign to write. I will not stop until it is number 1, because I refuse to let this trash fucking be ahead of it.
Give it time and enough updates, and eventually, yes, it'll probably get up there.
So here's my question. How much money did you have to throw at Sign before he gave up and just started writing your shit, Sneaky?
Didn't Sneaky throw him $100? Like, hey, here's money, and Sign just said,
Multiple
God
times.
damn it, now I have to write.
Yeah,
Every
every single
every
time.
time finishes a chapter,
Yeah.
Sneaky throws another 100 to get the next one going.
Yeah.
It never
I've
ends.
had hang on, let me check my list here.
He keeps being like, hey, I finished the chapter. I'm like, haha. No, you didn't.
Well, if it's a load.
Plus $100. Get back to work.
All right, let's see. I've got 2 in the hole for Sneaky, 2 from Eyegloss, 1 for Mind Games. So yeah, 5 chapters just in the hole.
I do appreciate that so far the other people that have been contributing have just been like, keep writing it and haven't been like, You have to make Victoria's feet big.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are the best.
I
kind
thought
of
feet
people
were
that-
on his banned list.
They are.
They are.
Okay, good.
But I was using it as an example because right now, the story is never going to have any sort of paid sex in it. I told Cyan that he is fully well and capable of putting sex into the story if he wants to, but I'm not paying for it.
I'll do it in a later chapter when somebody else pays for it. That's fine.
But,
By later chapter, I mean once Tanya has aged up.
yes, of course. We don't
Well,
want
yes,
to...
because we all know Cyan's not a degenerate. Well, let me rephrase that.
Rewind.
Whoa.
Yeah, like, let's turn that one back a bit.
Hang on there, buddy.
I'm gonna go get a time machine and just...
He's a legal degenerate, thank you very much.
There you go.
You sure about
Honestly,
that
at
one?
this point, I've come
You've
just
come?
think of degenerate
He's
as
come.
the people that need to be placed against the wall.
I'm gonna come.
It's the
I've
fucking
given up
meme.
on the rest of the internet.
Starfield, Skyrim Evolved. Okay, look, straight up. Everyone makes this joke about Starfield just being Skyrim Plus. That's all I wanted. Okay? Let's be
I
clear.
thought the new guy was supposed to be fucking Tez 7, whatever the new one is, Daggerfell?
Oh, no, Starfield is effectively Daggerfall in its mechanics, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought they were putting out a new Elder Scrolls here really, really soon.
Yeah,
No,
really
no,
soon
they
is in
announced a new Elder
2035.
Scrolls.
As soon as
Ah.
2035 will be the next Elder Scrolls, yeah.
Yeah, they announced last week. Good
Yeah.
news. Early development has finally started.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Isn't it
After
like been,
which,
like,
we then
5 or
have
6 years
the
since they
new
announced
fuck.
Good old.
First we have a
Bethesda.
new Fallout coming, then we have the Elder Scrolls.
it? Yeah, maybe we'll
We do
have
not need
fucking
more Fallout.
Half-Life 3 soon as well.
After 76, we do not need new Fallout.
I mean, it's too bad because they already announced they were making one.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's over.
I mean, hey, look, as long as they don't do another fucking live service thing, I mean, honestly, look, Fallout 4's combat wasn't as bad as everyone's making it out to be. It's just their engine is so dog shit. Their engine
Yeah,
is
the
just
engine is
so
trash.
fucking dog
Well,
shit.
from what everyone said, Starfield is a step in the right direction because
Okay, no.
it kicks VATS to the curb.
Correction. Well, that was not the problem, first off. Correction. The engine is not dog shit. The programmers at Bethesda are dog shit. Someone went and made Fallout 4, but it actually works. That was the name of the game.
Oh no.
Using the creation engine. They just completely remade all of Fallout 4 with the creation engine. And it had like twice the FPS, half the bugs. It's just the people making the game are fucking incompetent.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Half the bugs of a Fallout game is still non-functional.
I mean, not really. I mean, I have not encountered more than like 3 crashes so far in my 5 days of playing my new 400 mod run of Fallout 4. Which I'm saying 3 crashes is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, for Bethesda game? Ain't no way.
Oh god, I hate that saying that has become the norm.
Well, I mean,
Because
okay,
It's been the norm since Skyrim, bro.
No, hold
been
the fuck,
12 years.
hold the fuck.
It's been...
This was shit happening back in Morrowind. Let's all be clear here, okay?
Look, that's before my time, but I can at least say since Skyrim.
Yeah, I
Look,
realize it was back when you were a baby, okay?
Wait, when was Morrowind released again?
It was like 93.
Shut your mouth.
2002.
Curse of
Yeah.
Ages.
So, Sneaky, I was less than a year old when Morrowind released.
Okay, of course, yeah, makes sense.
My brother had that shit on the original Xbox.
Yeah, bro. So fucking good. Oh my god. There is nothing better than learning that all you have to do is stack jump and then you can fly. And technically speaking, you aren't flying and you're going to die very quickly unless you also happen to make a secondary spell that triple maximized your acrobatics so you took less fall damage.
Yeah, there's a reason they got rid of the spell creation system. Several reasons.
Yeah, but it
because
was
they
good.
don't like fun.
Yes, because they don't like fun.
And then they added it back in, and honestly, I will say, I think the Oblivion one was a good compromise. It wasn't as broken as Morrowind's. Morrowind's was hilariously broken, and yeah, there was a couple spells in there that were so obscenely broken. I still do not regret having in Morrowind my ability to shout "Begone, thought," and being able to destroy all of your armor and weapons in one spell. I thought that was hilarious. And of course, I didn't shout "thought" back then. It was like "witch" or whatever, but you know, effectively the same thing.
And then you got literal shouts in Skyrim.
Yeah, but we don't talk about those. No one uses those. Those are lame. The real
I
shit.
only used one shout in Skyrim after I got it, and that was the slow time shout.
I use that and the ethereal shout for platforming.
Yeah, ethereal shout was pretty good. Yeah.
And by platforming, I
just for
mean
that.
yeeting myself off mountains.
See, I would just make the magic isn't real, you idiot ring. And then play
Oh,
my
no.
game as per normal. Yes, that's right.
You put it.
I'm a
You
Breton player.
You put one of Korn's collars on yourself, is what I'm hearing.
Well, no, I could cast magic just fine.
Oh, good.
Magic
you
isn't.
guessed it when he couldn't.
Yeah, magic isn't real, idiot. Says the Breton player.
Listen here, nerd. Magic isn't real.
Real men play
Magic
Breton
isn't
with,
real. I'm just casting Fire Fist.
Magic isn't real. I'm playing a fucking
Yeah,
arms and
that's-
armor Breton. Fuck.
Yeah, that's right, Nose. You think about that one, yeah.
I was trying to think of what I actually
I'm
wanted to
sure
say.
you put a lot of thought into that. I'm real
Counterpoint.
I'm real
Fuck you.
impressed.
Oh, wow. Sterling witty repartee there.
The Saint of Letzenborgen.
I mean, I have to reduce my fucking words to his level.
Yeah, you do have to reduce your fucking words. Oh boy.
I have had a few drinks.
Oh, I'm sure you did. It's just, if I ever have to actually get onto your level, I would have to take some cinder block shoes down the Mariana Trench, so,
They stole that one.
Oh, I absolutely
you
will. Just like I steal everything else. Now give me your money. So anyway, 203rd is tasked with rescuing a young relative of the Emperor. Unfortunately for Tanya, he's insane that wants to die. But she seems to be the only one that realizes it. Clearly, being X has something to do with this. This is a 69 chapter, 612,000 word story with 200 reviews and 413 favorites. That's kind of rough, buddy. Oh, actually, I want to see the reviews. Okay, I want to see reviews of Young Girl Hour Heaven. See, how stupid are these reviews, Sign?
Not bad.
Really?
Oh no, look who's there.
Surprisingly.
Number 4. It's him.
Oh no, it's him! It's the M4 typewriter. Oh god. To be honest, if this fic go the way somewhat altered OTL?
Original timeline.
Original time, okay. Altered original timeline where Metal Gear Solid style Big Boss Outer Haven, run by Tanya no less, exists during break between First, Second World Wars. God, he can't even stop himself from being stupid in the fucking comments section.
I don't see a problem.
The Great War in Tanya is the First and Second World War.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a weird
yes.
amalgamation of the two.
Who is this reviewer supposed to be? 'Cause it sounded
M4
like something
typewriter.
Tyler did.
Yes, M4 typewriters. This fucking retard that decided to cross-post all of his AO3 stories over to fanfiction.net. But when he cross-posted them, he never changed the chapter titles. And when he posts a
he's
chapter,
that guy we were just talking
yeah,
about.
he's the guy we were just shitting on.
Oh yeah, Max wasn't here.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right.
Yeah. And so when he posts the titles over, because he originally writes this giant scrap heap story where he posts all of his snippets of various ideas, he names them sequentially. And so when he cross-posted them over to their separate stories on fanfiction.net, he decided to not change the chapter names. So he'll have like chapter 4, 7, and 9 be chapters 1, 2, and 3. And he got pissed with people constantly DMing him and leaving reviews going, "Where's chapters 1, 2, and 3?" And he's like, "Guys, stop PMing me. I cross-post and I'm not gonna change the chapter names."
Then don't cross-post if you're not going to put the work in.
Also, he is completely fucking illiterate and is English first language, but honestly couldn't spell his way out of a paper bag.
What on
I'm
earth
sorry,
is
but just
this
looking at the
sign?
review that you've been reading and listening to the grammar and double-checking it for myself, I believe you on the illiteracy part.
Yeah.
Which is awful.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck sign?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
That is a PM.
We'll get to that in a second. Holy shit. What will bite Tanya
No, I
in
need- I need
the
more
ass
alcohol.
later on is her Soldiers of Fortune stint will probably end, to her dismay. This dude's just throwing commas in there like it's a fucking, Wheel of Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. I want to buy another fucking consonant. I want to buy more commas.
He's a cyber.
But I require additional commas, he says.
Additional commissars, you say?
So I
Did someone say more commissars?
Just to be clear with everyone, to be honest, period. If this fic goes out of its way of a somewhat altered OTL where the MGS style Big Balls Outer Heaven exists during the break between Second and First World Wars, comma, during the second past that, comma, what will bite Tanya in ass is Soldiers of Fortune stint will probably end, comma, to her dismay, comma, actually making it possible for the Germany Empire to rise into position of power, comma, but by butterflying some real major incidents,
sorry,
comma.
I have no idea what you just said because Twitch cut you off for the sake of everyone.
Yeah,
involved.
exactly. Such as Indian independence, basically all beyond, would suffer an even earlier kickoff of being powerhouse by being bogged down colonial war mid-World War II, comma. Same for Republic as of Francois, and Russie Federation would have Afghanistan eat men or Caucasian rebellion cripple their oil, comma. Thus their ability to employ human wave tactics as their entire transport net would be crippled by lack of fuel or manpower. There is no fucking periods, except for the first period after TBH.
No, you're forgetting the ellipses and then the random close.
Ellipses aren't periods.
No, they're not periods. They're ellipses.
Yes, they are pauses, not stops.
Yes, he paused at the end there.
Yes, he paused at the very end. For no reason.
To take a breath.
I guess. But yeah, as far as what he's actually saying, I mean, I don't see India being like, we're gonna be independent now because Germany lost its magical nuke. What?
I seem to recall, didn't the Indian, what he's talking about, didn't that just happen after the end of World War II, just fucking because they saw an opportunity and took it?
It's a mixed
Like,
bag.
Britain was
So
distracted.
effectively, a lot of Indians fought for the British, and much like how America felt after the end of several wars fighting for the British, they felt like they were kind of getting shafted by the British, which they were, and then the British tried to raise taxes on them, and
And they somehow didn't learn that's a bad idea.
yeah. And then Gandhi led the whole food protest thing, and the British were like, fuck, we literally cannot suppress the entire continent of India. They are too far away, and there's too many of them.
You are too far away. I do not care.
I
So
I just like
there's
that Sneaky has retroactively upgraded India to an entire continent.
I mean, it effectively
I just want to
is.
appreciate. I just want to appreciate that for a moment. They certainly have the population size for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no reason it couldn't happen, but that would be like way off on the sidelines. Tanya's like, "Oh, well, that's an interesting bit of news."
Yeah, like,
Any fucking way.
yeah, like
back to what I
that
was
shit.
doing.
That shit kicking off would just be like a thing happening over there and whatever.
Yeah, things she doesn't care about, other than the way it maybe affects trade and increases certain prices, and she could exploit something economically, sure, but beyond that, meh.
Yeah, too many. Oh, that's another thing. Like for fan fictions, too many authors get caught up in showing every single fucking butterfly that their change made, and it's just
yes.
like, dude, we are on chapter 6 of you showing different changes butterflying out. Can you get back to the fucking story?
Yeah,
Nope.
no, fuck that.
A lot of potential. I really love this story. I love this story. I love this story. Great story. Great story. Good stuff. I like where this
Really
is heading.
useful reviews.
Yeah. Will Tanya kill Skoogle? Will Tanya kill Skoogle?
Will
No,
Tanya
Tanya's not gonna
Tanya
kill
kill the
Scooby.
strudel maker?
Oh, hang on, I'm sorry. What's a Skoogle?
Yeah, well, the
Scooby-Doo.
Skoogle is a major highway traveling through New Jersey. Skoogle is a misspelling of Shoogle.
Oh.
Finally, a Yoko Senki story that appears to be interesting. This man has good taste.
I am surprised
I
such
don't-
stories exist, to be honest.
Based on the way his reviews were written, he may not be a native English speaker, though.
Can we have different point of views? No. Fuck you.
If you have a different point of view, fuck you. Stop liking what
Wait.
I don't like.
If
I
I,
ju-
do
I
have
just
a
wanna-
different point of view, it's gonna be Visha.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's asking for multiple point of views to show how the Empire views stuff and how, like, the America views stuff, and...
That's not really necessary to the story, though.
No, it's not.
No.
He's gonna do it anyway.
I love the idea of Tanya reconstructing her body out of mana. I've never seen that before. Maybe you took inspiration from something. Did we?
Bruh, have you never fucking seen The Watchmen?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Fucking, what's his face?
Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, I point at you and you disintegrate.
Yeah,
Dr. Manhattan.
yeah.
No, my mind completely blanked on Watchmen. I knew
I
did.
don't blame you.
Yeah. Maybe
I
World
think there
get
was also a guy in Marvel like that.
lucky, and Tanya will be able to kill idea of using nukes in war before they are ever dropped. No.
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 She's the one that started it.
But nukes are fun.
What was that, Max? Or
I
was
was just I was saying the way that you run things. The only way this is getting a second point of view is if someone
Yeah,
snipes a chapter from Sneaky, I assume.
more or less.
pretty much.
I mean, he runs the majority of it by me, but does this dude really start every single fucking review with ah ha 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 ha?
Everyone I've seen, yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He must perish.
Yes.
See any other good ones in here? Very interesting premise, surprisingly unique. Yeah, wow, shocking. We're taking YJ in a direction that is actually YJ, and isn't just lol. Isn't it funny if Tanya becomes Hitler? Which is what like 75% of Tanya stories are.
I mean, technically, it's lol. Tanya becomes Hitler, but the Hitler that retreated to South America.
Well, yes, but no.
But also no.
Yes, but
Tanya's
also
not
no.
actively ordering atrocity.
Oh, really?
Civilian atrocities.
I was gonna say, do you want to amend that statement a bit?
Well, okay, no. It doesn't count if they're commies. Commies aren't human.
Exactly, yes.
I mean, the people who don't have much of a choice do.
Well, they can just choose not to be commies then. Nice to see mercenary Tanya and her group working. Okay, yeah, the first chapter. I tried to read the first chapter. I couldn't. I broke down at the place where the entire Contempt group, loaded with all the weapons they could carry, plus ammunition and equipment, plus family members, escaped from the Empire on a submarine. I can't put into words how I can't put into words how ridiculous and ridiculous this idea looks.
Then don't,
Ridiculous
please.
and
Shut up.
ridiculous.
One submarine saving an entire 12 people? It's not even an oceanic submarine.
Oh, they're not 12 people. The battalion, the entire conf group is like 80 people.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Plus
they
family,
could, in
plus
fact-
friends.
Wait.
Yeah, plus a few family and friends, but those are only the officers' family and friends.
Wasn't it? Wait, was it U-boat capacity?
I looked it up. I did the research, and
Yeah,
the U-boat model I picked would, in fact, carry everyone and the supplies they needed without the heavy weaponry. Like, they'd be sitting in laps, but they could do it.
Let's go. Probably have to. Yes, I have. I'm trying to find the fucking capacity of the goddamn U-boat. God damn it! Just give me the fucking capacity. I hate this shit. You know, where it's like you click on something for the U-boat. It's like, yeah, it's this ship here, and it looks like this, and this is the battles it was in. It's great. What are its guns? I need tonnage.
I need to find out what this would go in War Thunder.
Actually, here.
Do I have to steal government documents?
Yes.
No, you know what, Sneaky? Luckily, Chicago has you covered on this one.
Oh yeah, you actually. I forgot about that. You have a fucking U-boat.
Yeah, that's right. The Marines. The Marines
X.
stuck the. The Marines stole the.
So I would say
U-boat,
this will at least give you the displacement, the length, the beam, the height. Doesn't list crew capacity. But having been in there, it wasn't fucking
Where
big.
is the crew capacity on this?
Oh, let's see.
Crew?
I mean, it wasn't big. It only had like what? It had like
standard,
12
type
bunks.
It was not
Type
large.
7C submarines usually had a crew of 44 to 46 men.
And the thing is, they're not using all the bunks. They're laid out in any space they can find to lay out in at this point.
Yeah.
It is an emergency. Transfer your ass over here. It's not going to be comfortable. Sit in laps and shit in a bucket kind of thing.
Yeah.
Except for Tanya, who of course keeps her precious private space.
With Visha, but yes.
I am
That's
desperately
a thing
again
of formed
like
offices.
nothing is posting how large the crews are. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, again, Sneaky, they had like 14 or 16 bunks plus a captain's
Yeah,
cabin.
I know,
like-
I know. It's just I just want someone to post a fucking number, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's not hard,
Laura
guys.
says 22 to 24 men for a Type 2 A, B, C, and D.
Anyway, so
Type U87 is 36.
okay, so one sub carrying 80 some people. It's gonna be probably
much
not
impossible.
great. I mean,
Like I said, Type Fit.
Air wouldn't be too bad as long as they were able to surface often.
Well, you got to understand the thing about U-boats and submarines in particular is they don't run underwater all the time, and they typically run on the surface.
No,
especially-
I meant like more in the you know with dodging ships sort of scenario is like as long as they were able
Yeah.
to surface often. I mean, okay,
that's
so
another-
yes, okay, so suspend your disbelief that they were able to fit 80 people
So,
on
Sneaky, I finally found it.
there.
Now, this is just the U-505,
Yeah. Okay.
which was a later model U-boat, but 59 of her 60-man crew was captured because one of them stayed behind trying to keep the ship from trying
Right,
to make sure that
yep.
they sabotaged all the important
That's
documents.
a Type 9C. So.
Alright, so that's close enough to a Type 10.
Yeah, like I said, it was one of the later model. It wasn't the latest, but it was a later model.
And
Right.
again, I've got details written in there where it's shown they're running on the surface most of the time and only dive when they
Yeah.
need to avoid
Right,
spotter
no,
planes.
what
Yep.
I'm saying is if your average crew is going to be around 60 people, maybe give or take a couple more because, you know, you're a Type 10 instead of a Type 9, and you're probably a little bit bigger and got a little bit better tech in you. So that's average of double your crew, which again isn't great, but still certainly military feasible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was actually why that's actually why I changed my opinion, because I was like, okay, so you're saying, here's the thing, right? My problem with it is, right, the entire comp crew is already 20 over capacity.
That's fair. I mean, was the entire submarine crew was there as well, or was it just a skeleton crew? I forget.
I never specified.
That's fair enough.
I mean, here's the thing. Tanya and her group had been on submarines before. As long as they weren't performing combat operations, which they weren't, they could just take an empty submarine.
Well, they didn't. They had to hop on a submarine that was already heading out.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole idea was the submarine was already scheduled for patrol or some shit, I think it was. And instead
It was
of coming
in from patrol.
Right. And instead of showing back up, they would just leave.
Yeah, it's there. Fuck it. Let's hop on and go. They've already been refueled. They're ready to go.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I would say suspend your disbelief a little bit. It's really not that important in the grand scheme of things. It's not like we're saying we're fitting 160 people into sub.
He says 1,500 people, which is completely fucking wrong.
1,500.
Okay, so
Outrageous.
he's
no,
just
that's
dumb.
never happening.
Oh,
Hey,
no, it's because he looked up what a battalion was, and he's using the normal battalion. He doesn't know that the comp group battalion of air mages is only like, what, 60 people large?
Yeah, well,
Something
because
like that.
it's an aerial battalion, not a.
Yeah,
Not a foot battalion.
not a foot battalion, yeah.
They
he-
count it like you count fighters for aerial mages.
He thought it was a foot battalion. Okay, that's fair. If you think if you thought 1,500 people were going in, which I mean, I say it's fair, but it's not actually fair because you're a retard if you do think that, because that just means you don't actually know Tanya the Evil, because it's pretty clearly stated many times throughout the story that the group is called the 203rd Battalion, and it only shows those 60 ever. I mean, usually it's only showing like maybe 10 or 20 at most on screen. So
I want to say it has 4 or 5 wings, each with about 6.
right, but I'm saying is the average person is probably getting into Tanya through the anime, and the anime only ever shows the entire battalion like at most once or twice throughout the entire series, and a majority of the time it focuses mostly on Tanya's wing.
Yeah, you do see them occasionally flying in formation as a group, and there ain't that many of them, no.
So, I mean, it's like no matter how you roll it, this guy is just a fucking retard, because he just, in his urge to prove us wrong, he looked up the wrong shit.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Number of mages for a battalion is 36 to 48.
Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so you're really saying, you know, okay, so there's only, what, maybe 6 or 8 of those were actually officers, and so they brought their families, which were typically at that time possibly a sibling and 2 parents, and so that's an extra 20. So on top of that, of an average, let's say her battalion hadn't been fully restocked yet, because she wanted to handpick everyone, so let's say a total of 60 extra people, so that's literally just doubling capacity, which we've already established could theoretically be done.
Now, the 203rd is an augmented battalion. It has about 10 extra mages, but still, that's 10 extra bodies. What can you fucking do?
Okay.
Honestly, I think the part that I agree with them that's a little more ridiculous is and a bunch of equipment.
They didn't bring a bunch of equipment. They brought supplies. They left the equipment.
Also, I'm really confused. Tanya might be a powerful mage, but not even the Type 95 would allow her to fit 1,500 people into the cargo bay?
You know what? Just for him, I'm going to have Tanya discover space expansion magic.
Based. Unfathomably based.
Yep, we write based on spite in this Discord server.
Yes.
With the same success, Tanya could have packed up her entire comp group and all of her tanks and artillery. Tanya doesn't have tanks and artillery.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does. The comp group absolutely has tanks and artillery.
That's what made the comp group was they added the 200.
Right, comp group combined arms. Right. Yeah.
Yep, that was a combined arms doctrine with infantry and artillery and tanks, plus whatever they can scavenge.
Okay, fair enough. Into her duffel bag and throw it behind her and fly away with everything. It's not even crack. This is heroin. Riding a dinosaur on LSD.
That sounds like it'd be an interesting experience.
Oh, Sign. I think you're about to shit out a chapter of this story out of sheer spite at this point, because I'm about to read his final parting statement.
Yeah.
You've been here for all of this, by the way. You've been here for me covering all of these stories.
Oh no.
I am sorry about my venom on this, but political record, criminal record, and now I'm even seeing notes of Princess Mandalore and Young Reaper. I am spoiled for quality compared to this story.
What the fuck is Princess Mandalore?
You Princess Mandalore, you don't
Tanya's
remember that
into Star
guy?
Wars.
The one where Tanya gets born as her twin? The pacifist's twin?
No, I don't remember that.
Thank
Thank
God.
I think it may
God.
be on QQ.
No, it's on FFN. It's a dog
Is
shit
it?
story. Oh yeah, it's a dog shit story. We covered it, and like her aunt took her out to go shoot guns or some shit, and you were literally spurging out. I could not get a sentence out without you spurting out about another thing the author got wrong about like vibro blades or disintegrators or how a thermal detonator works or how weapons and armor of the Mandalore culture worked. And you were
I don't think that was me.
no we
He's
were
talking to me.
yeah no Atin.
Oh, okay.
Atin, who used to call himself Mandalore 2000, was spurging out
Oh,
over me reading this.
And then switched to Atin, which is Mandalorian.
Yes. You were flipping shit about it. Your brain might have purged it.
It sounds like that is exactly what happened.
You were like fucking frothing at some points about how badly the author was getting it wrong.
I feel like I need to go back and listen to, and find that episode. Get some of that fresh anger.
And Young Reaper. Okay, I'm gonna assume Young Reaper. Let's search Young Reaper Tanya.
that's DXD, isn't it?
A Young Reaper's after. Oh Jesus! This story.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bleach.
It's a Bleach Yoko Senji? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is... I fucking hate this story. God. This dude really came out, rattles off like 6 stories who I want to kill the authors of for unleashing such trash upon this world. And it is like, well, your story isn't as good as theirs.
I like all this trash. Why can't you write trash like the trash I like?
Why can't you write such fine quality trash like this dumpster I'm picking through here?
You see this dumpster? This is a quality dumpster.
That describes FFN well, yes.
Honestly, it describes your entire server.
No.
Not the people in the server, just the contents of it.
Fair.
I mean, the people are the ones submitting the content, so
It's possible for someone to create good content and still be bad person.
Oh, so some guy's trying to correct your Spanish/Portuguese.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure we decided
Yeah,
to
no.
use Spanish specifically because Brazil was Spanish at this point or something, because...
Brazil would have been Spanish, yes.
Yeah, because Portuguese doesn't exist in Yoko.
Yes, that's what it was, because Portugal doesn't exist. Thus, Portuguese doesn't exist. They're all speaking Spanish.
It's all Spanish. Yep. So we can excuse that because he just doesn't know. Honestly, you surprised me with this fic. I always envisioned a mercenary Tanya who breaks away. I love this Tanya who creates her own military company, just like many other veterans do. I also love Tanya times Visha, and I can't wait for them to have sex in this story.
Oh
I
my.
feel like you
that
should be able to
describes-
wait and never say those words again, please.
That describes most of the fandom.
That describes most of the fandom, yeah.
I mean, be honest, it does.
Oh, Worm Fan wants to leave a review.
Oh no.
I imagine an army full of mages and Brazil is in the 20th century and no one can stop them. Modernize the country, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she is basically trying to. This is all very cool. How did they fit the 203rd and all of their families into a single submarine? Maybe add a cargo ship to carry everyone. Well, we pretty much exclusively said they didn't move the equipment and shit. Just the people. Right? I'm pretty sure you explicitly said that.
Yes, I explicitly said that.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are illiterate.
Shadow Company free war version. Die, Spinay. Good fanfic, bro. I'm going to upload this to Wattpad in Spanish. Don't worry, I will give you credit.
That's
Just show him
doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
This story looks promising, and I'm excited to see what happens next. The boss wants world peace, so there'll be no more war and suffering, and she is willing to sacrifice everything to achieve it, but it ended in failure. Okay, so I will pick as much bullshit as the Metal Gear Solid universe is, and as much suspension of disbelief I have for it because I just find it funny. I will pick one problem with this whole universe.
Only one problem with Metal Gear.
Yes.
Not the many and not the many
shut
problems.
the fuck
with
up.
it.
Is Kojima the problem?
Bro, I love Metal Gear as much as the next guy. That Kojima's a fucking idiot.
My one issue with it right now at this moment is the whole, boss wants revenge against the US and its shadow government because they sent her to land on D-Day on the front lines as a beach soldier while she was pregnant and she miscarried because of it.
He didn't even
I'm
miss
sorry?
Carrie.
Oh no, that's right, she gave birth on the landing beaches. Right, my bad.
And
What?
yeah, it's
Excuse
fucking Otacon.
What?
What
Yes.
the fuck are you talking
And
about?
Otacon was the result.
I'm sorry, what is the stupidest thing you just...
So
Yes.
Otacon is the boss's kid.
Yeah, we all
In Metal
yeah.
Gear.
Yeah, in Metal Gear, yeah.
Did not know that.
Oh yeah. So anyway, she gave birth to him because the US government forced her to land on D-Day while she was in her final weeks of pregnancy.
Next to doubt.
Yeah. See, like I said, one problem I have with this is A, woman on front lines in World War II.
Lol, no.
We segregated the
happen.
blacks into their own division. I'm
That was
sorry. We're not
only the
putting our
Russians
women on the
did.
front lines.
No, Sneaky, don't forget, we didn't segregate just the African Americans. They segregated everybody.
Everyone, yeah,
Japanese had their own division.
I know. Well, we didn't have
the
Japanese. We
No,
arrested them all.
Yeah, the
No, we did
Japanese
have
division was-
Japanese battalions.
You sure? I thought we arrested them all.
Not all of them. We did have a couple Japanese battalions.
All right, you say so. Anyway,
I'm
I know. We
almost-
segregated literally everyone. And I'm just saying. So so that's why it's fucking hilarious to be like, oh yeah, woman on front lines, woman on front lines in the patrol boats for landing on Normandy. Oh, sure, buddy. While she's in her third trimester of pregnancy.
Yeah, the 442nd Infantry Regiment.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely happened. And then she gave birth. Wow. While they were landing on the beaches.
Big no.
But yeah, so Sneaky, literally, these were guys who fought for the U.S. They were second generation,
Okay.
and they were fighting even though most of them had families in the internment camps.
Alright. That's alright. Well, unlike the Japanese, we didn't beat up everyone in the internment camps.
We didn't
I mean,
torture
you're
anyone.
right, but it's not like we were, like, shining examples of treating them well, either.
No, we weren't, but compared to the Japanese, we were.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't have a Unit 731.
No, we did.
let me rephrase that. We didn't use them against our own people.
No, we did.
We didn't use them against the people in the internment camp.
We didn't let them find out. That's the part you're missing.
Okay, yes. God damn it.
See, the mistake the Japanese made was getting found out.
True.
Oh, God. This story looks promising. I'm inspired to see a Metal Gear Solid crossover. I mean, it's not really a crossover. Like, none of the characters are showing up.
I'm just inspired.
Yeah. And what will Tanya be? Will she be boss or big boss? What's her motivation? Blah, blah, blah. What's her next move? A bunch of question marks. Yeah. Weiss, I believe, will be Tanya's Ocelot, and Visha will be Big Boss. Okay.
Not really.
Let bro cook.
Weiss wants to fucking retire.
Yeah. If Tanya died, he will follow Visha as second in command, as
No, he
Visha
wouldn't.
knows more about Tanya than he does.
That-
Shugo will make a Metal Gear for Tanya, and Tanya
Look,
will
don't
want
get me wrong.
this because it will make people not attack her.
Don't get me wrong, Visha was talented, but the actual officer corps was, by and large, far better suited to their officer roles than Visha was. Visha was an excellent
Adjunct.
aide de camp and kept things running very smoothly. But in terms of like running a combat mission, I'd take Weiss every time.
She has run some of the wings before, but yeah,
but she
usually
hasn't
she's under
taken
someone else.
command.
No, she hasn't taken command.
Listen,
Weiss is usually the second.
I
Listen,
hope my
is the
long-winded
perfect
discussion about
sergeant.
Metal Gear Solid inspires you to make more things involved in this story. No.
Well, I will
No.
say Shugo or someone is probably going to make a Metal Gear at some point.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's kind of cool.
That was kind of expected.
It is kind of cool. I love that this story isn't a two-shot. Oh, hey! Sign, it's your favorite kind of person! This chapter is terrible. You constantly switch between third and first person. This is a terrible writing decision. You should just pick one perspective and commit to it.
Motherfucker, read the light novel.
I'm allergic to idiots.
God. Good times. Anyway, so about this PM. Whenever I read a crossover story of Tanya the Evil, it's not a crossover, I love the world building they do. It always comes out real good. I love fucking Princess of Mandalore. I'm going to assassinate someone. Wait, did he really just quote Her Majesty's SS at you?
Yes. Yes.
To
he
anyone
did.
not aware, Sign wrote that.
No. No, they're not, apparently.
That's like
Oh.
someone quoting the Silmarillion
At Tolkien.
At Tolkien, yeah.
I was not just there when they were written. I wrote them
I
myself.
fucking wrote them. Oh wow. Well, this one's gonna send Atin into a frothing rage.
Oh boy.
Saga,
You're doing this to me on my birthday, huh?
I am. Yeah, well, this will hurt Nose a little
Happy
bit as
birthday.
well. Nose, are you here?
Birthday.
Nose?
He is here, yeah.
I think he's hoping that if he doesn't answer you, you won't continue to do anything to him.
I'm still gonna do it. This is Saga of the Runt. That's right, Saga of the Runt. This is Tanya is actually the little sister of all the Primarchs. And she's
No.
also a Primarch, spelled Primark.
No.
Okay, you know what? Actually, that does give me the idea of a Warhammer 40k story where one of the orcs becomes a Primarch, and it's spelled like that because they.
So it's a Primorc.
It's a Primorc.
I mean, we technically already had that, but it's a weird story.
No, I know we
Hang on.
had Quarks. Yes, I'm aware of Quarks.
No, it wasn't even Quarks. It was the War of the Beast, and the War of the Beast.
Oh, the Beast. Yeah,
to be blunt, was weird.
Yeah, the War of the Beast was pretty weird.
As said Best by Dork.
But I'm saying more along the lines of like it's a Space Marine orc.
By the way, Nose, I am very disappointed you did not continue that army concept. It was amazing.
What are you
War of the
talking about? I
Beast?
continued I still have that army.
You didn't finish it.
Yeah, I did. I still have my knobs.
Listen, that's the kind of thing you should show everyone in the server because
I've
it's
already
genuinely creative.
So anyway,
Hold on a minute. Bro, I played it in tournament. What are you talking about? I didn't
No, I said
finish it.
show people on the server.
Holy shit, 147 thread marks and he only has 3,000 follows? Fuck. Tanya and 30k as pre-mark. We have good time here, having fun with Concept, don't think too hard about it. And so Tanya uses boob plate power armor.
So she's a sister of,
Are you reading this on
I don't know.
Space Battles?
Space Battles, yeah. We're just,
It's on FFN as well.
oh yeah, it's a dog shit fucking story.
Oh yeah, but if you just want to put it up for the stream,
No, I don't really want to.
understandable. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I will, however, you know what? I will actually, we'll open this here. We'll go ahead, copy link address. And, wait, no, copy link address. There we go. We'll go ahead and copy this whole PM and just slap it right on in there so you all can see that shit. Jesus Christ, let me fix that. There we go.
It's multiple.
Nope, I got it all.
Oh, Lord. Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah, so anyway, and the Empire of Remnant, I think we've covered that story before. Empire of Remnant?
No, we've definitely covered that story.
We've 100% covered that story before. Blood Angel Orcs, Salamander Orcs, yeah. I think
Yeah,
that.
I swore I posted this earlier.
You've posted about that before, yeah? Like a long time ago.
Well, that was back in November when I was at a tournament.
So pretty much like 90% of the story, like, I love how this person goes, I love the world building these stories do, and then proceeds to quote a story that specifically says, don't pay attention to my world building, we're just having fun here. Holy shit, people are dumb.
Oh,
Yep.
Of course.
I want to see a crossover now of Tanya the Evil and Gears of War.
Shut up.
And the kind of world building you can do in it, none. You can do no world building. Gears of War is an extremely
yourself.
linear narrative story. Like, I'm sorry, but there's literally... I mean, I'll give credit where it's due. They did a masterful job at making a linear narrative story. But, like, there's only one thing that can happen. Like, you're not going to make peace with the locusts, you know? You're not going to stop the fucking hyper locust plague. You're not going to convince humanity to not drill. Like, pretty much all of the events of all of the Gears games are just going to happen, but now Tanya's there as a really buff woman. You know, with no magic, because magic doesn't exist in Gears.
I don't know. Those abs are pretty magical, Sneaky.
Okay, you know what? I will give you that. Gears, the body builds of Gears is something else. The body...
They're built like walking bricks.
Everyone's fucking built like a brick
Everyone
shithouse.
is in fact an Ogren.
Yeah. Yeah. About as smart as them, too. What the fuck was that?
Everyone fucking yelling Dom in Gears of War 3.
That is not what we heard.
Fucking. That's how they fucking say it too. It's all like guttural and
No,
shit.
dude, all you. It
All right, well then
sounded-
I blame Discord for fucking killing me off.
It sounded like you were doing some Rule 34 ASMR right there.
No. Fucking, it's Dominic
no.
Santiago, the fucking best dude in Gears of War.
Did you know he's a football player?
No, that's the Cold Train, dumbass.
I don't fucking care. I have
It's the
3
Cold
ideas that you can
The
write.
fuck-
Cog Tanya, Locust Princess Tanya,
Excuse the fuck out of you.
and Outsider Tanya. At the start of the story, instead of Tanya being born at World War I, another god interferes because Being X broke the rules, and so she gets sent to the Gears of War planet. Cog Tanya. Tanya is Anya Stroud's younger sister. She doesn't know who father is since her mother is known for sleeping around with random man, which is how Anya was conceived, and she doesn't know who her father is.
I'm
And
sorry,
Tanya
the way
doesn't
the
know
author
who
wrote
her
it,
father
Random
is.
Man sounds like a title.
It's actually, it's much like Florida
May
Man.
as well be.
They report all crimes on Cog Planet as Random Man shoots up bank. Tanya joined Cog military, fight Pendulum War, move up ranks, and once war Tanya over, will be transferred. Nice,
Tanya
comfy.
would not join that war. Do you know why?
Not willingly.
Because Tanya wants a nice, cushy desk job, which
Yeah,
she
but
would
she
never.
gets it afterwards, which makes it all worthwhile, right?
What you're saying is Tanya is Commissar Kane, but female.
Yes.
Now
no,
listen, if you
it's-
replace Tanya with Commissar Kane, or Commissar Kane with Tanya, that could be funny.
That would be mildly amusing. Commissar Kane finally dies. Being X. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo,
Being
Kane, I
X.
heard from my friend.
Two!
Fuck you.
Being X. Oh, well, that's not supposed to happen. I could exploit this.
Round 2, bitch! What do you mean, round 2?
No, but now, Sneaky, you could inject a shitload of comedy into it by having Visha come along, so Visha and Jurgen are competing to be the best aide.
Truth. It's really weird to think about Wild Bow's newest story where everyone's a 13-year-old girl, and these 13-year-old girls are beating 300-year-old monsters and grown men. Yeah, well, that's just average Hollywood, so don't think too much about it.
Yeah, don't think about that.
She get cushy job, which only thrown out window once emergency happened. Tanya is sent back out to fight. In front line again with her team Michael Barrick, Ty Caliso, and Carmine, who all get killed very horribly, and is replaced by Visha. Of course.
Yeah, Carmine dying is just a constant.
Why not? Locust Princess version. Queen Mira and her Locust Horde, after escaping Mount Kadar facility, believing her daughter Renya and Renya father die in escape attempt, while creating Nexus, Mira had no idea she was in fact pregnant. With second child Tanya years later, Locust War in full swing, Tanya can see writing on the wall. She know things will end not well for Locust, and she know her mother Mira will not listen to her. So Tanya secretly make up contingency plan to build second Nexus under islands not inhabited by humans in case they lose war. ICW has been fired. Locust lose war. Tanya now commencing her plan. She gathering up what Locust Hollow creatures she can find, even Locust covered in crystal. She taking them all to island now. First Minister Anya is receiving reports of Locust sighting that should not be even alive anymore. Just when Anya is about to call in Brash Brigade, she received phone call from number she no recognize. And then she hears it, and then she listen, we need to talk. Queen Tanya talked to Anya on making peace treaty deal. Now both sides can't spying on each other. So trying to make sure they don't open one another up. Okay, now Tanya Locust Dream Jermad is expert sharpshooter and Theron Guard, who serve under Queen Mira until death. His loss of his right eye now serve under Queen Tanya in hope of redeeming himself for not being able to protect Mira by taking on most dangerous black op mission. And Visha is of course there, abandoned by her human parents to become Tanya playmate and servant. But now she battle-hardened warrior who loyal to Tanya, serving as royal advisor. Dude, you get
What?
set.
Author, shut up.
I zoned out of everything you just said. What in the fuck?
A good
You were
question.
saying words, I was taking damage.
Yes.
My man's causing sand damage at an unheard of rate.
This isn't sand damage, this is fucking warfare, my dude.
And this is the shit I get regularly.
Dude, you gotta drop
Fine.
more. I gotta see more of these,
Yeah.
man.
No, yeah, drop them on the SDM. That is fucking hilarious, but also extremely painful.
Outsiders Tanya time. Tanya is youngest sister of James Dominic Phoenix. When Anya wanted another child, she went to birthing program created by Minister Mina Jin. A second time it was success as how Tanya was born, but unfortunate. 5 years later, Anya died from side effects of birthing program. Year later, Tanya turns Shroud Estate into prospering village, where she take in former COG and UIR soldier, and their family in former soldier will be acting militia force in defending village. Well, 3 family will safe inside the village while working as farmers, school teachers, and mechanics, and other things too, you name it, and gathering up old COG and UIR vehicle, tank, and helicopter and equipment. Now then, why did Tanya do all this? Well, realistically, there's just no way Marcus could rebuild his home all by himself. It is massive estate to begin with, and Tanya one day talks to Marcus about the COG settlement should really be run and how much bad job Mina Jin doing, and how much she screwed up settlement too, and just how much waste human resources. After Marcus is done listening, the only thing he could say is, you too smart, and he knows she can very easily start coup to take over COG and have Mina Jin kicked out of office without firing shot. And now Tanya dream of reprogrammed DB that calls everybody meatbag Carmine, who may or may not die horribly. And of course, Visha shows up.
I hate it.
You know, Cyan, I think, well, I now I really want to see if we feed an AI enough of these, could we get it to like just make up random bullshit like this?
The AI
No,
might just commit
no.
suicide at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. I wish to torture the cyber demons. Or Uncle Ted.
I want to torture. I want to drive the AI insane.
Exactly. In his memory. R.I.P.
Wow. Well, Cyan, are you going to post any more of your PMs, or do we have to keep reading more fanfic?
You're gonna have to keep reading more fanfic.
Alright, very well.
Unfortunate.
No. What a shame.
My Hero Academia, Tanya the Evil. Rising Heroine Tanya. Tanya New World feature powerful hero supervillain no desk job. If she want peaceful life, she'll have to fight for it as Tanya the hero. Featuring a
What?
manga-based
That's decidedly
Tanya.
untrue. For the vast majority of the time in My Hero, you can have a perfectly safe job and almost never encounter a villain. And even if you do run into a villain, the villains in that universe are, largely speaking, non-lethal if they're violent at all.
What the fuck is this? What is this?
That is an attempt, apparently.
What the actual? No, that has to be AI. There's no way that isn't AI.
It's not AI. It's not AI.
No.
I know the person who did this. I think.
No.
Yes.
You know who did it?
No.
I'm pretty sure somebody I was in contact with at one point did this or knew the person. It's like a somebody who knew
Wait.
somebody thing. I think.
Wait, no, hold on. From user.
Oh no.
Okay, no, they don't exist on your server. I, for a second, thought that they existed on your server.
No.
And I was about to be like, Maximum
What's the name
Ride
of the
really
story
fell
again?
off, yeah. Rising Heroine Tanya.
Are you still looking in the
Crossover section.
Oh, the crossover section. Okay,
Yes.
that's why.
Yeah. I'll link the story. I'll also link it on your shit Rex. There we go. Yes. The curtains flung open as daylight poured into Tanya's room. Ah, it doesn't matter how many lifetimes pass. It's nice to be home in Japan. This world has taken some adjusting to get used to. There are heroes, villains, and having powers or quirks is the norm. Ah, yes, which is much different from the last world she lived in, which is where mages shot giant fucking laser beams at each other. Because this is the manga Tanya. The manga,
Oh, Lord.
which went full shonen with it. The manga, where they dedicated 2 pages to show a battalion of mages ritual casting a giant fuck-off laser beam.
They went full TTGL with that shit, if I recall.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
There was one
manga is
Tanya.
actually insane.
There was one Tanya manga section where they spent 8 pages on the nuclear explosion one of Tanya's spells caused.
Yep. It's fucking beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah,
The art in that manga is insane.
Yes, yeah, the art's honestly actually is pretty good.
Like it's.
I don't like their design for Visha.
Yeah.
On the manga too?
I mean, well, I don't like
It's
what they do with
not
the
horrible.
plot, but the art itself is like, I would say 7th Prince tier, although
Yes.
usually not colored.
Yeah. You will accept Potato Visha into your world.
Of course.
The fuck I will.
What do you mean you don't love Potato Visha? You don't love Potato Visha and Duck Tanya?
Oh god. No. Duck Tanya is at least funny because of the facial expressions. Potato Visha just makes me feel sad.
In my first life, this world would have been fantastical, but then again, so was reincarnation. Being X has seen it that my second reincarnation started fairly similar. I'm still a small blonde girl and was once again an orphan. However, this time around, I decided to go slower. There was no need to rush out of the orphanage and off to the military again. I waited, kept my grades up, kept myself fit, and was rewarded for my patience. I found a family. My father is nice enough. He's a simple, straightforward man. Sometimes he's a bit intimidated by my intelligence, but I don't think anyone is prepared for a child with 2 lifetimes of experience. With a guardian figure, a roof over my head, and food on my plate, I mean, they did kind of adopt you, so, I mean, you know, they were kind of looking for that, you know, unless you were faking it, which I don't think she would at this point.
Certainly not at this point.
It's Tanya. She is a professional faker.
Oh
What do you
god,
think?
is that fucking worm tension? Did you link worm? Is that some sort of worm shit?
What on earth?
You mean the woman with the wings?
Why are James
I think that-
Patterson's
That
story...
says, according to what I get from Suthner, that's Maximum Ride or something?
Yeah, she's a
Oh.
canon hero from My Hero Academia. I mean, the side character way to the fucking
look,
side.
so I'm gonna be straight with you. I didn't watch My Hero past the USJ arc.
I want to say she's
Wait,
only
who-
really seen in the manga.
Who are you calling a canon hero?
Maximum Riot, the girl
Picture.
tension linked.
No, Maximum Ride's a young adult novel series, my guy. That's the main character, I think.
Okay, well, you know, that shows what I know. James Patterson, I've never heard of any of his books.
I've heard of James Patterson, but I don't know from where. Mr. Patterson, what? Nope,
Okay, I've heard of Along Came a Spider, maybe? Walked the Blue Line? No, that's super new. President is Missing? No. I Funny? Maybe. 3 Days to Live. These are all super new. Like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, Maximum Ride, yeah. Angel Experiment from 2005. Yeah. The President's Daughter, How Bill Clinton Trafficked Children. I'm surprised he's not dead. James Patterson by James Patterson, The Story of My Life. Okay. The Quickie.
What now?
Man, this dude's written a lot of books I've never heard of. Man, he's written a lot of Maximum Ride stories too, Jesus Christ. 6 of them? Man, this dude's storytelling is all over the place. Anyway.
Yes, he's got a lot to say.
It had a manga. Maximum Ride had a manga?
Uh-huh.
Fuck. That's kind of wild, then. Anyway.
I remember Maximum Ride being fucking weird as shit.
I'm sure it was. Getting dressed in the morning was always a hassle ever since her quirk came in. She was 3 years old when she started mutating. It goes back pain, then wings erupted from her back, then growing pains, functional clothing, grudges against being X, large white wings shaped like a falcon. Jacket, blah, 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 plate of eggs, toast, blah, blah, blah. Her dad looked like a fantasy dwarf. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Everyday villains brawl outside. I can't ride the train to school without a fight breaking out. If you're so concerned about safety, why become a hero? You'll be fighting against villains every day. As a hero, I'd have the ability to guarantee my own safety, take my protection in my own hands. Yeah. We're not defined by our quirks. We are defined by our character. No.
Some people, like Himiko, are literally defined by their quirk.
Well, I
Which
mean,
one
also,
is that one?
That's the blonde vampire bloodsucker girl.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy yandere bitch.
It's the same thing that has an issue with the fucking entire X-Men mythos, where it's like, oh, this is not a curse. We are supposed to be like this. Bro, one of your mutants literally can't touch anyone without killing them.
Yeah, Maximum Ride was the most boring shit ever in hindsight. The main driving mystery was boring, the main plot was nonsensical, and the character motivations were just there to push the plot along. Yeah, I mean, that's average. So as I say, you are absolutely defined by your quirk in My Hero Academia. Like Cementos, or whatever the fuck his name is. He has a cement controlling quirk, and what does he do? He builds. He does disaster relief, quick building, and reinforcing buildings, and he does a lot of shit that involves him building because his quirk involves controlling cement, which really only appears in one location and really can only be used for one thing. Because have you ever tried to non-lethally take someone down with cement? It's a rock, it's heavy, and you're more likely to crush someone than you are to non-lethally take them down with a cement punch.
Yeah, no.
Do you remember a young adult series from the 2000s called Hive? Yeah, that was part of the DC universe, right, Atin?
Wasn't that Teen Titans?
Yes.
He's not here.
Like Teen Titans continuity?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
In fact, I think it was a few episodes of Teen Titans by itself.
The show, yes. Yeah, I believe the Hive showed up in the show at one point, yeah. There's a reason why the manga adaptation was shoujo drawn.
Oh.
Hive. No,
So
then
what
I have
did
no
they
idea.
Didn't they make a thing here recently about it?
Sorry, back to the point. Maybe. Back to the point. Lunch Rush. He's a hero who has a quirk related to food creation or something. Or he can guess what your favorite food is or some shit, right? Okay, so he spends all of his time cooking food, and what does he do when he's a hero? He goes out and cooks food for people at disaster recovery sites. And what does he do to earn money? He does catering, where he cooks food. So he's definitely being defined by his quirk. Who else is being defined by their quirk in the series that I can remember?
All Might.
I mean, All Might, sort of, but he kind of, like, willingly threw himself into the #1 role. Like, he was aiming for that. Oh, I think Araka's parents do construction with their quirks.
They do.
Or something like that. Like, or Araka...
The entire reason she wants to be a hero is so she can join them and help in construction.
Right, yeah, she wanted to use her quirk for construction, right, because she could make things zero gravity, yeah. Can Recovery Girl give people cancer? I think she can, actually.
I don't think so, I think.
If I remember correctly, her thing was just like, it accelerates the body's healing a slight amount. That was kind of it.
So technically speaking, she can't give someone cancer, but she could accelerate someone's healing to the point where they get cancer? Yes.
I mean, she is just severely nerfed compared to a lot of other heroes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Heaven Chancellor is from My Hero Academia, but I see him added to a lot of fucking My Hero Academia stories. I think Heaven Chancellor is...
that Railgun?
Yeah, it was Railgun. That's what it was.
Yeah. Dude, basically, as long as you're under care, you will not die. That's literally his gimmick, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, yeah.
There is a healer, kind of. It's basically Dragon Horn Girl can do that with time reversal or whatever the fuck she
Oh
uses.
yeah. Emmy or
Little
whatever her
girl.
name is. Yeah.
Yeah, the little girl in me.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's basically Orihima. She's got that power.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's like other people out there. Like, let's see here. The voice guy. What's his face? Voice box. Present Mike. There we go. Yeah. You know what he does? He's a disc jockey on a radio station. He's absolutely defined by his quirk. You know. Midnight. I don't really understand Midnight because the author says that Midnight's skin has to be covered with an airtight layer because she lets off a gas that makes everyone around her fall asleep.
No, all right. What it is
she
Midnight
wears that
was
for censorship purposes. She was told to stop running around half naked or else.
Yeah, she was wearing BDSM shit. The government told her she needs to put some fucking clothes on or else.
Right, but what I don't understand though is why does she tear her uniform off to create the gas then?
Because she's too lazy to take off her gloves.
Well, that and I guess larger surface area for the gas to come off of.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that was like I think that's part of her gimmick of her quirk is that more skin surface exposed, the more she can basically release in and go.
I'll give the credit where it's due. Midnight isn't defined by her quirk; she's defined by her perversions.
Well, and her perversions are directly because of her quirk.
Wait, why would her being a sadist?
Quirk has given her. She's not a sadist. No, she's a not a voyeur, a exhibitionist.
What does her having sleeping gas have to do with being an exhibitionist?
Because of the fact that she has to have more skin exposed for it to work at its best. It's like Invisible Girl has to also run around literally naked if she wants her quirk to work.
Right. No. What we're talking about is two completely different things. I'm talking about how someone's quirk, like, say, having the best voice of radio, makes someone go into radio and define their life around their voice being loud. That's what I'm talking about. Her becoming an exhibitionist so she can use her quirk better because she wants to capture people with it, that's not the same. Like, her being defined by her quirk would be more along the lines of, like, she runs a sleep aid business or some shit.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's more she has to account for the necessities of using her quirk versus defined by her quirk.
Who else would be defined by their quirk in this series? Honestly, so shockingly, none of the initial class cast let themselves be defined by their quirk too much. The Dark Shadow guy did.
Tape guy.
Tape guy, really?
He's basically Spider-Man, but with tape.
I mean, yes, but I'm going to use my tape to swing around isn't really a normal usage of tape, so I wouldn't really say that him becoming a hero is because of his quirk.
He feels more like he managed to become a hero in spite of.
Yeah. Again, Aoma's another one, the naval laser guy. who came a hero in spite of his quirk. Was he really? I thought that was the Invisible Girl.
Yeah, he was a no quirk kid.
Oh.
All for one gate parents. He was paid. All for one was paid by his parents to give him a quirk. I believe was how it was told.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he was the
but-
spy in the school.
Oh,
and
it
he
wasn't
was also given a
everyone.
quirk that was near useless without support equipment.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't control the beam without special support equipment. That also came from All for One.
And
Amazing.
Invisible Girl pretty much no sells it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wasn't the big rumor for a really long time that Invisible Girl was the traitor?
that the people I think just
Why-
jumped to the conclusion that she was the traitor purely because of her full invisibility. There was no actual basis beyond that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was just like, this was back when I was just still a Zara's beta, and I was talking with Lulu and him and stuff. This conversation came up once or twice. There's no actual hard basis she was the traitor. When people learned there was a traitor, they immediately went to her because she's the only person who's pure
Oh.
invisibility, and that was kind of really the main reason.
Okay, that
She
was
could
the
be
opposite
anywhere.
reaction in my friend group. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Aoyama," because he was being so creepy.
No, he never came up whatsoever in the discussions.
That's
Are they stupid?
Well, we're
Oh
talking.
yes.
Yeah.
Probably
The
was the
people we're
most joke
talking
he
about.
was
Yeah.
Most suspicious. The
I
entire
wasn't a
time.
big My Hero Academia fan, so I couldn't really say who was the most suspicious at all.
I mean, if anyone would be the most suspicious, I would honestly put it on the purple guy.
So I honestly didn't like when the whole topic came up regarding the Invisible Girl. I'm like, I never questioned anybody else because I didn't pay attention to My Hero Academia that much, so I couldn't say.
Okay,
Nah,
yeah,
Mineta
no,
is
Aoyama
too much of a
was the
pervert.
most suspicious with. They set him up to be the traitor, and then were like, "Haha, I got you. It wasn't him," and then did it again, and like, no, actually, he was.
Haha, gotcha. It
Author-
really was him.
The author tried to be clever, and in my opinion, failed.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of MHA stories.
I stopped at like season 3, so I don't remember if any of this stuff came after that or not. So I haven't heard shit beyond the whole
This is
theory.
well after season 3.
Argent
then, yeah.
Valley, Stardew Valley Saga of Tanya the Evil crossover.
That
Oh, it's the fucking
But why-
same guy. It's the
All
same
right.
guy, yeah.
I know next to nothing about Tanya aside from this. I feel like Tanya would be okay with this if it meant a relaxing life.
Yeah, Stardew
It's a
Valley's pretty
relatively
chill.
simple story.
You just chill. That's it. You do some
More-
farming. It's
to an
just
extent.
Harvest Moon, but with more options.
Go kill an entire species of monster. You know, go unlock some runes and, you know, unveil a hidden pyramid that reveals the Illuminati's plans to control the world.
Listen, man,
normal
we all
Stardew
relax in
Valley
our
shit.
own- We all relax in our own ways.
Yeah,
all right? Don't judge.
genocide, Illuminati, farming.
Grow corn.
Killing commies is very relaxing for Tanya.
Well, now it
Oh,
is.
Yeah. That's,
Second life
obligation.
ended, still as an atheist. An intervention puts her into a new life, the kind she fought for. But will she be able to live as a farmer after the war is over?
Why wouldn't she?
Why?
Yes.
Why would that even need to be a question?
Probably because the author is trying to play upon how you can put a man into war, but you can't take the soldier out of it.
She's
Like,
gained a taste for blood.
Like Tanya's the one person I see you could just dump her or almost anything. She'd kind of just adapt pretty fine.
Well,
Like,
that's
she's
because
not that.
Tanya has a very concrete set of values that are abstract and not based on, like, gotta protect my family or shit like that.
They're concrete. They're not relative.
Yeah.
Tanya's values are follow the fucking social contract or else.
Follow the
A
law.
At least I
Batman
know
Saga the
where I
Evil
stand.
story. What?
So,
Excuse you?
Batman?
A Batman Saga of Evil story. How to deal with changing careers from HR manager to supervillain. Tanya can't believe it. She got fired, stuck neck deep into debt with the mafia. Why would she be in debt with the mafia? Tanya's the sort of person.
Dumb enough to do that.
Well, yeah, but Tanya's the sort of person who wouldn't have taken a loan out from the mafia unless they thought they could get something out of it without getting all their limbs broken.
I was gonna say, I feel like this isn't an issue. This is a like, if anything, the mafia needs to be scared.
Yes. Especially in DC.
Yeah. What choice does she have but to risk it all by getting superpowers of her own? Will they be enough to tip the scales? Desperate and angry, a young woman embarks on the dangerous path of power and money in Gotham City. Dangerous path? Who the fuck dies in Gotham City besides civilians? Like, name one villain that actually dies fighting Batman.
Jason Todd died to the Joker. Technically.
Fighting Batman.
Yeah, you missed the important part of what Sneaky said there.
Fighting Batman. Okay, the Joker. One time. In the movie.
Okay, one time in a movie of one version of Gotham, one person died to Joker. I don't know, man. As far as danger level goes, it ain't World War II.
I have returned from celebrating my birthday.
Oh, great! You're just in time for Saga of Tanya the Evil, reincarnating into Batman and deciding the most efficient way to gain money and power is to become a supervillain in Gotham City.
I
can feel the psychic damage hit. Bisexual Minetta to piss off
Ew.
MHH.
Just
That is a deranged statement that only a deranged, damaged person would make.
I fully approve of this level of debauch.
disgusting. No, no.
Sneaky! Sneaky, no!
He would.
Sneaky, no!
Oh god.
No! That is. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's Jover. It's Jover.
Oh no! Oh no! That is. Oh no! That is
Oh,
horrifying.
God. It just gets. This fucking section is just filled with garbage. Holy shit. Tanya the Supreme Clone Commando. Kaminoans have conducted an experiment. They decide to create a supreme authority to control all the clones. CC00001 is an anomalous clone created specifically to do this. By chance, Being X decided to play with Tanya by reincarnating her into that. And also,
Excuse you?
this clone is going to be female with blonde hair and blue eyes. And
Oh yeah, that looks a lot like a native islander,
yeah,
which is, you know, Tamara Moyerson.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna have 12 chapters and 47,000 words.
But why
Isn't
though?
that just literally the meme of Tanya getting a harem of beautiful people, except they're all clones, and she's the one directing them?
Yes.
Goodness.
I think there's a version of that that also has
Saga
his name?
of a
Obi-Wan.
Dragon. In her second life, Tanya thought that was end, but when she wake up in New World without influence of being Hex, her goal doesn't change. She will survive and flourish in a world one push from ending. Tanya... Featuring Tanya, James Ironwood, and Adam Taurus in Saga of a Dragon, a Saga of Tanya the Evil and Ruby crossover. What?
I don't want to
Author.
touch that.
Author, stop.
The Hollow Archives of a Young Warlord Empire, a Star Wars Tanya the Evil story. Tanya is reborn as the daughter of Warlord Zinji, and following the Battle of Dathomir, must pick up the pieces of her father's empire while defending it from all sides.
Oh boy, that has so many problems to it. First of all, Zinji didn't have kids. Because Shinji was a fucking paranoid psychopath. If he found out a woman was pregnant with his child, which, first of all, he was a feline and he went around fucking humans, so no children there. But even if he
So
did
what
have
you're
sex with
saying
another
is this is Catgirl Tanya.
the feline
You
are not
fuck
cat people.
off.
The feline are not cat people. So,
Oh.
Most
That's
unfortunate.
the cat art.
yeah.
We missed out. Ah, yes, Princess of Mandalore, Tanya, but she's born into an important family by L4 of the West. This is the story you were looking for.
Now, I do want to say, you know what I think would be really funny?
Yeah,
Tanya gets reincarnated into Star Wars
yeah.
as a Zeltron. The people on the sex planet.
I mean, Sign would
no.
write that. Sign would write that, yes. 55 chapters and 620k words. Jesus Christ.
They're all natural empaths.
Yeah. Hey, Sign, you know what? You can do whatever you want with that. I'm just going to throw... You take that story wherever you want. I just think it's going to be comedy gold.
That time I got reincarnated in Westeros, Tanya Dugerchaff is reborn as penniless girl in Flea Bottom, Song of Ice and Fire. Yup, because Tanya would be able to change so much without magic in Song of Ice and Fire. Yep.
As an orphan, no. As a noble, maybe.
Oh no. Well,
I mean, as a noble, it basically would be Greyjoy a la Brev.
this was inevitable. Tanya gets reincarnated into the world's finest assassin, gets reincarnated into the world of aristocrat. Yup. Yup.
So she's gonna be in what's his name's harem.
I have no idea. Wheel of Time, Saga of Tanya the Evil.
It's my birthday. Don't do this to me.
Do it to him! Do it to him!
All right, fine.
I just saw the two below that.
I'll allow it. We'll skip to the next one.
Listen, Wheel of Time has already been desecrated thanks to Amazon.
No.
Meijo Conky, the marriage of Tanya the Witch, with her second life at an end. With her second life at an end, Tanya accepts a deal to return to her original world and her former life. But as misunderstandings escalate, she may end up chained to Harry Potter, married to him forever.
Read!
That's right, 32 chapters, 223,000 words, a whopping 400 favorites. Tanya, the snake of Hogwarts. After dying a second time, Tanya finds herself once again in an orphanage in the UK. A miserable life.
Being in Britain be like.
Being born British. How terrible a fate. If it wasn't for her ability to use magic, or at least a part of what she could do in her last world. However, her life would take a 180-degree turn when the Hogwarts invitation letter would arrive at her orphanage, featuring such characters as Draco Malfoy, Voldemort, Albus Dumbledore, and Tanya. A Girl's Jedi Record is the sequel to Young Girl's Padawan Record. The Separatists have arrived, and it's up to Tanya to save the day.
We're all doomed!
Tanya Dugerchaff and Philosopher's Stone. Tanya Dugerchaff finds herself reincarnated into world of Harry Potter with invitation to Hogwarts School. How will this adult veteran of magical globe conflict trapped inside girl young body navigate social interactions, school lessons, and yearly dangers that fill school years?
I hate it so much.
Handily?
Are you sure you hate it? Because the pixie...
Because you wrote it while you were drunk!
The pixie of Hidden Leaf. After graduating from the academy and being assigned to Team 7 with Naruto and Sakura and Sasuke, they are surprised to find their Jonin sensei is a little girl named Tanya Dugerchaff.
By the way,
Sorry?
I know you're doing it on purpose. It still hurts the way he says the name.
It does.
Oh yeah, no.
After her death at the Empire, Tanya did not find herself in the afterlife. Instead, she was born staring into the eyes of a massive nine-tailed fox. I think I tried to read that one, and it was so fucking bad. I'll link that if anyone wants to read it. Let's drop that
boy.
link there, right there, in
No.
case
No,
anyone was
actually.
curious.
We will not.
Sandman, Tanya the Evil. I can't imagine that be going any. Oh, okay, Lucifer chooses Tanya to take over his ownership of hell. Okay. The battle for
Meh.
peace. What?
Meh.
Yeah. The battle for peace. The war is over and Tanya won. Then, Being X smites her. I mean, she really should have seen that one coming.
Aye.
Ah, fuck you! I win! Yeah. You probably should have seen that one coming.
Total dick move and totally being X.
Yeah. Tanya is no longer under his thumb, but he'll be back, and with an unknown deadline. Who has time to mess about with magical animals? That's right, Tanya goes into Pokemon and makes a deal with Arceus for saving her.
Fuck off.
Tanya would not make any deals with any kind of greater being.
No,
No,
she'd
not
rather
even
fucking
remotely.
shoot them on the spot.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
you know what? Another thing that could be funny, sneaky.
Yeah.
Tanya negotiates a warlock pact.
I can see Tanya doing that.
Not even.
No, I can see her doing that.
No, sign. Assuming she's in D&D, yeah, absolutely. Because, right? She'd be like, yeah, I get these devils.
No, because what you don't understand is you don't have to worship the thing that you're making a pact with. You can literally make a pact with any creature of sufficient power. Like a level
So
20,
it's just a contract.
a level 20 wizard is strong enough to make a warlock pact.
Now they don't need to, generally speaking.
Wouldn't a level 20 wizard making a warlock pact be incredibly detrimental to them?
No,
Because
no,
they're
no.
yes.
basically as strong. They can resist wish. Actually, they're basically a god at that point.
No, knows what Sneaky is saying is the level 20 wizard packs someone.
Yeah, someone could make a pact with a level 20 wizard to get warlock powers, wizard flavored, out of it.
Oh.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Elminster's done that at some point.
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
funny.
no, that makes sense.
I mean, honestly, I can see Elminster finding an orphaned farm boy and like planting a magic sword and being like, if you take up this sword,
He just turns into he just starts cosplaying as Merlin for the fun of it.
just absolute shit posting.
No,
with it, yeah.
no. Hang on. If Elminster's gonna cosplay as any Merlin, he's absolutely cosplaying as FGO Merlin.
Probably.
Don't lie to yourselves.
Yeah.
This is
Anyway.
Elminster, the horniest man in the multiverse.
Truth. But no,
Well,
point
I'll take
being,
that
yeah.
bet.
Point being though is that warlock packs in D&D work a lot like you're a powerful creature. You don't even have to do gods. It's literally like a sphinx. Like you could do a warlock pact with the Sphinx. Like it's just you and the creature that has extremely high amounts of magical power. You both agree, like, okay, I will sacrifice a rat to you every Thursday, and in exchange, I get the ability to obliterate my enemies with Eldritch Blast.
And here's the thing. Again, sign it's not limited to devils are the ones who give them out most often. Because you see, they give out the Pact Infernal, which is just subscript for you have made a deal with a devil, and then there's the Pact Diabolus, which is you have made a deal with the devil for your soul.
Yes.
Oh no.
Warlocks,
Minor ingredients.
generally speaking, whenever in D&D, devils gain power and status by acquiring souls for the hells that would not have otherwise been sent there.
Yep.
So what the primary reason they hand out warlock packs is so that they can tempt people with power or have them get into a position where they might need greater power from a devil, at which point they'll go, well, I could help you solve this problem, but you'd need more power from me for that, and that would mean we'd have to renegotiate our deal.
Yeah, that too. And on top of that, it'd be like blah blah blah. Sometimes the warlock would have to send innocents to hell and shit, and stuff like that.
Again, and again, that all that is dependent on the individual who negotiates the pact, right?
Yeah. So I gotta say, Tanya leveraging warlock rules probably would happen the second she learns about it.
If a devil offers you a deal that you can somehow worm your way out of, either one, they're fucking with you, or two, there's something you haven't learned.
Yeah, effectively.
No, there is the rare third option of something much bigger and scarier has them by the short hairs and they need your help to get out of it.
Yeah.
That's usually a thing with like the lesser devils, I'll admit, but there is like here's the thing, if you're like going with like certain packs, I think like what the fuck is it? It's like the old ones pack or something like that. There are definitely things they're not telling you 95% of the time.
Oh, well, the old ones are
absolutely,
just
yeah.
Cthulhu, right? But
Yeah,
like
just Cthulhu and
it
shit.
could be a sufficiently powerful Fey being.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, there's the Fey contracts. There's the ancestor contracts. There's the future you contract.
Don't forget the literal magic weapon contracts.
Yeah, you can make a warlock pact with a magical weapon that's of sufficient power.
To be fair,
with
it has to have
sufficient
well,
sentience.
yes, sentience, yes.
With the Fae, I can imagine one of them would probably be like, all right, I'll let you Ace Attorney your soul back, whatever. It'll be funny.
Well, no, the Fae are generally not interested in the mortal's soul. They're interested in having the mortal serve specific purposes.
Honestly, I could actually see a full-on warlock contract with the Fae having the clause at the end of every month or the full moon of every month, they have to put together a court case as to why the pact should continue. And then the judge and a trial of their peers will decide how much power is given to who.
Yeah, alternately, there's a subclause in there, or you can just have sex with me and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, that sounds right. Tanya could negotiate that.
Tanya's eye twitches.
Yes.
Or have sex with
No,
me.
I'm
Little
not doing
did
that
you
second
know.
one. We're going to. I'm going to lawyer your shit into the ground.
But yeah, so yeah, Warlock. In fact, honestly, I think it would be one of the first things she would jump to, because Tanya is absolutely arrogant enough to say the only people who get screwed over in Warlock deals are careless idiots.
Oh no, I've been a careless
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she would actually read all the fine print and go through.
Oh no, I'm
take
not
as long
saying
as
she
needed.
wouldn't. She just might not
No, even
understand
better-
ramifications of it.
Even better,
Also-
she probably would show up to the warlock contract or the pre-written one, and then the devil or whatever she summons laughs, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll totally sign this. You know, her not realizing that he saw something that she didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Like, it
because
would be-
inevitable Tanya misunderstanding of her trying to generate the contract from a very human, social contract point of view. And the devil's just like, whoa, this wording here is...
The devil's just like, oh, I can work with this.
That's some spicy wording there. Devil.
Oh, she just gives away too much.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. But also, Devil's like, oh, do this thing, ha, I'm gonna tempt her into hell. Why is her soul not turning more evil? What? She just burned down. She just burned down an orphanage. Why is her soul still neutral?
Just like goes like, your soul is mine. Grabs at the soul that's not there, and there's just a fucking IOU note. The hell is this? Well, see, I already promised my soul to at least like 12 other beings.
Nah,
Why?
she would not pull the Xanos gambit.
No. Also, personally, I prefer to refer to it as the Dragonborn Gambit.
That's fair.
Dragonborn, your
Shit!
soul
I
is
attracted
mine.
the attention of one of the Daedra.
I will counteract this by attracting the attention of another Daedra.
And now I shall counteract the attention of that Daedra with the attention of an Aedra.
And then you don't, because the Aedra don't pay attention to mortals.
Yes. But yeah, that is just my favorite thing, right? If you somehow accidentally attract the attention of a Daedra and it claims your immortal soul, your next best plan is to go out and start hitting up every single other Daedra.
Especially Meridia, who would win.
Also, Sheogorath.
Yes, but Meridia would win because Sheogorath would never give 100%.
Yeah.
No, I think he'd just frustrate her into giving up.
No. That's boring.
Yeah.
No, it's hilarious.
No, see, no, you're not thinking of it correctly. It's boring, so they won't do it because it's so fucking boring. They'll be like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, he didn't understand it, so I had to explain it deeper.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
He would think it's boring.
Yes, he would think it's boring. Yeah. That's why everyone relies on Sheogorath being as insane as he always is, and why everyone's really fucking scared when Sheogorath stops being insane. Because it's basically him, Meridia, and Jigalag that are like the three Daedra capable of actually squaring up with Akatosh. Not winning, mind you, but squaring up, which is way more impressive than the rest of them, who get bitch slapped by 1% of his power, literally.
Yes.
Fucking Mehrunes Dagon, the prince god of destruction and annihilation, shows up fully manifested on the mortal plane, and a fragment of a sliver of a drop of Akatosh's blood run through a human avatar is powerful enough to bitch slap him back to his realm.
Permanently.
Permanently.
Oh no.
Akatosh is fucking strong.
One might even say that he's cheating.
One might say that. They might be even right. No one will ever know. And no one will ever believe you.
Hmm.
Also, Shinogorath
At
is
that point,
absolutely the
doesn't
sort
really
of person
matter.
who would do that whole no one will ever believe you thing.
Oh, 110%.
But anyway, gentlemen, it's 9:36, and you know what that means. It's Starfield time. So, I'll let you all go here. We will meet up on Friday and reconvene the Boys' Council on why fanfiction sucks. Because, of course, there is always more, and it always gets worse.